my grandpa, your father, what kind of work did he do? Because I'm not too familiar.
He done anything there. He could do anything if he wanted to.
Yeah.
We had coal mines at home. Dug coal. And he sold coal. And we did roofing work. I helped him do roofing work when I was a kid. And we did some carpenter work and some concrete work. Just most anything. Any odd job he could do. He was good at it. And machinery. There wasn't a piece of machinery made then, including typesetting press. And the big company in St. Louis, the Newton Press bought a big typesetting outfit. And the company man couldn't install it so it'd work. They couldn't get it to work. And the guy told him, he said, well, I know a guy that could, if anybody can. And he called Dad. They give him an enormous wage if he could fix it, because they didn't think he could fix it. But it was 10 times what anybody else would have got. He went up there and the second day he had it fixed. They didn't hardly believe me, but they wanted him to go down to St. Louis and work for the company. But he wouldn't do it. And he trimmed trees. He was good at it. He would make a tree grow this way or that way, or shape it. Just he didn't do anything like that.
Now he was in some sort of service, wasn't he?
He was in the National Guard for 11 or 12 years. But he's blind in one eye. When the World War I came along, they threw him out because he's blind in one eye.
Really?
Yeah, he got by for years. But he couldn't see. He'd be walking down the road with his pipe in his mouth and unconsciously get that pipe over, and he'd start staggering like, because he couldn't see only out of one eye. He'd get the pipe over in front of that good eye, and he couldn't see where he stepped.
Did he not go to Cuba? Or was that?
No, Mom's first son. Go for a phase there.
Yeah, Mr. Jerry.
No, he never would. He tried. He come home crying. He said he didn't know whether he was crying because he didn't have to do it, because they wouldn't let him go. I remember that part.
Now they lived in, your mom and dad lived in Bellevue for a while. What sort of got them there, and what did they do while they were there?
Well, Leland, they lived with Leland then. Stayed with Leland.
Yeah, where?
Just, he done odd jobs, whatever he found. Yard. They had some chickens. They sold a lot of eggs right there. But as far as income, he didn't have it. He never had any amount or anything. Just what he pick up. He wasn't in very good health. That's where he was operated on. From then on, he wasn't much good. So he never did come out of it like he should have. And Dad went to work for a little while. And the coal miners went on strike, and they hired the coal miners come in for 10, 15 cents an hour less than the regular guys. So they just canned the regular guys and put the coal miners to work. That's the kind of union the coal miners had. So then he went to work for the YMCA. For a long time, he worked for the YMCA. I used to go up there and order him Russ or Boss or Run or whatever them guys wanted to do, right? Do it. And I'd stay there maybe 10 o'clock when he'd close up. And we lived about a mile and a half or better from town, from the bus station, transfer house. I'd stand and talk to him, and he'd get on the bus, and I'd beat him home. I enjoyed it. Had a lot of good times, had a lot of rough times.
Can you tell me about, what was the name of that old dog and that story you were telling me about?
Old sport. Big little setter. About, I guess, maybe 12 years old, 13. My grandfather, I was out splitting kindling wood in the barn lot. And the old dog was running around the field, and my grandfather came out and said, "Let me spell you." He said, "I'll do a little splitting and you carry some in." I said, "Okay." So he got the axe and the block and started to split the kindling, and the old dog got a rabbit started out in the field and come across. Grandfather stooped over like this to pick up a piece of wood to split, and the rabbit ran between his legs, and he just looked like that at the rabbit. And then instead of raising up, and the old dog come through and just turned him a flip-flop. He got up, brushed himself off, looked all around. I ducked behind the woodshed so he wouldn't see me laughing. Then I went back out, got the wood, and he looked at me kind of funny. He knew I saw him, I know he knew it. But he didn't say a word. So we went in supper and sat down at the supper table, and I looked up at him and he said, "Well, all right, old young man, you can tell your story now." And he got quite a little kick out of it. And for being such a grouch, he was usually ordinarily grouchy. He talked grouchy.
Really?
And I don't know whether he really meant to be grouchy or not, but he talked grouchy. And you know, he was kind of short. And that old dog was big. And when he was running, he was going.
I'm sure he was. What, do you remember anything of what your grandpa looked like other than short, or?
Oh, he had a full beard, white hair, a lot of white hair.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he had chin whiskers down here, white. He wasn't a bad looking old man. He was.
Do you remember anything he did, like work or?
I don't know what he did really.
Yeah.
I don't remember that part.
Well, you were saying about that gun.
Well, it was grandfather's. I remember grandfather had it hanging on the wall in his place. And one time I went to his place, he had a little spot out west edge of Newton, out by the cemetery. Nice little place. And he kept it spick and span. You can go in this kitchen and it was clean. And I remember, because he showed it to me. Of course, after he died, my dad brought it home. And hid it out so Uncle Arthur wouldn't get it. Because if Uncle Arthur had got it, the first thing he'd have done been either use the stock for kindling wood or traded it off or something. And Dad kept it. So then when they moved to Decatur and come up, and they moved to Bellevue, and then moved from Bellevue, he gave that to me. I still got it. It's an old double barrel muzzle loading shotgun, 36-inch barrels. I'm going to make it shootable. I'm going to fix it so it'll shoot. Because that's getting to be a thing, and black powder shooting is getting to be something.